Hey there, guys. So today we have another Battle Beers, and we're actually continuing the Canadian beer theme. This is Unibroue. They make some really good Belgian beers, and this is two attempts at, Belgian beer. This is Trois Pistole, which is their Belgian Strong Dark, coming at 9%, and this is Terrible, which is their Quad, coming in at 10.5%. They're going to be, the Quad and the Belgian Strong are pretty much, very much similar beers in the style. So I thought, which one would be better. I'm just actually curious. I've never actually had Terrible before. So let's dig in. Actually, these are also two beers that should be accessible for a lot of Americans, which is awesome. So another good reason to review this. It comes in a nice kind of dark brown, kind of reddish color. A lot of actually a good amount of light coming through. Wow. A lot of sweetness, almost like a candied sweetness in the front. I get a kind of like candy, cherry, kind of a dark fig kind of thing, kind of dates going on. Good kind of this kind of spicy quality, almost like a rum-soaked ripe banana. So like a lot of that sweet kind of caramel, sweetness of a ripe banana, but along with that kind of rum-soaked kind of spiciness. Nice stuff. Cheers. I get that kind of banana note again. A lot of that kind of banana note, along with clove. Almost reminds me of some German beers with that banana clove kind of action. A lot of dark fruit going on. It's kind of, again, that kind of dark cherry, dry date kind of thing. A little bit of a dark fig. I will say though, the mouthfeel is not very big. It's a lot of carbonation up front, and it's sort of slightly thin for 9% beer, which does make the beer very drinkable. A lot of kind of spice in the mid palate. It dries out quite nicely. Good balance of that kind of fruit action in the front, that kind of banana and dark fruit kind of thing. Mid palate offers like good amount of sweetness. It dries out quite nicely, but still offers you a little bit of sweetness on the back end, almost like a caramel kind of candy kind of thing going on. Really nice. Let's dig in this one. So this beer comes in actually a slightly darker color, but they're actually quite similar in appearance with the aroma. Oh wow. That is a really different aroma. This aroma is much more like grape based, sort of like this musty kind of grape, sort of like, a big pile of grape peels. Just this kind of a rich kind of Concord grape peels. Almost reminds me sort of a dessert wine. Yeah, the sweetness of a dessert wine, like grape character. Just sweet and dark fruit. Cheers. Oh wow, yeah. It does. It tastes like it smells. Again, very much like a dessert wine. A lot of this kind of dark grape in the front, like dark red grape in the front. You get a little pop of almost like something you get from wine. Again, almost like a tannin kind of quality on the back end. Leaves the beer quite dry. This drinks a lot like a red wine. Wow. I guess this is for red wine drinkers. If you want to suggest a beer, get Terrible. Not too much sweetness to speak of. It's got a lot, has a lot of that kind of, again, that drying action that red wine offers. Not as sweet as this one. A lot of kind of dark fruit playing around there. Kind of this kind of, maybe cassis, which, comes up in red wine again. That's definitely a theme in this beer. Maybe like a black cherry kind of note. Really nice. A little bit of spiciness in there. Dries out quite nicely. It is also a less sweet beer, but also a fuller beer. The experience is just, it definitely envelops the palate. Really good mouthfeel on this. It also has this kind of darker kind of flavor that reminds me of maybe hinting towards a stout. So it reminds me of obviously a quad like Panapot. Panapot is like sort of a stout-like kind of quad kind of beer. A little bit away from the traditional St. Bernardus or Rochefort. Yeah, really nice. Has a little bit of that kind of banana thing going on, so maybe they're using the same yeast strain. But really nice. This beer reminds me more of a red wine. It's tasty. First time I've had it, really nice. I definitely recommend it. I actually prefer it over the Trois-Pistoles. It's just, bigger mouthfeel, a more interesting kind of dessert kind of feel to it. Really good stuff. But still, the Trois-Pistoles is a standard favorite of mine. A 9% beer. A 4-pack goes for $14, something like that. It's a pretty decent value for like a Belgian kind of beer. Usually if you try to buy Rochefort, for me, it's like $6 to $8 for Rochefort 10. whereas this, you know, is a Canadian beer, but it is really holding up to some Belgian classics, and they really do it very well at Unibroue. So let me know what you guys think about Unibroue, whether you've had either of these two beers, what you think about them. And so yeah, until next time, guys, cheers, later.